As someone who's worked on a farm like since you were a child, so all your life, how much do you think what you believe comes from sort of being indoctrinated?
I'm not indoctrinated, I'm telling you the facts about it, you know.
May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Will the real...
Industry, I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of when you go in Tesco, what a wonderful range of food there is to choose from. And we are not cruel to animals in this country. You know, and I think it's not right that you stand there with face masks on and not one of these people have been on an organic chicken farm in their lives. Well, they seem to believe that they can tell me or people around here about it, and you can't.
You seem quite angry.
No, I don't believe that you're representing the true fact.
How do you think we could represent it better?
I'm telling you the facts about this welfare idea. The mortality on a free-range egg farm is about 4 or 5% in a year higher than in the standard system. If it's such a great system, why is there more mortality?
We're kind of getting to the base of we don't believe animals should be used.
Well, you want to impose vegetarianism on everybody.
We're not trying to impose. We just don't believe that the animals. Why have we got a right over the animals?
I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I don't believe what we're doing is wrong at all. I mean, there's certain areas where we can focus on and improve it, because we are forever improving what we do. But in terms of what we do and what we put in front of you in the supermarket, I think we do an amazing job. With no subsidy,
So it's not subsidised, the dairy industry?
The dairy industry is not subsidised.
And the meat industry is not subsidised.
The chicken industry has never been subsidised. The pig industry has never been subsidised. There's these arable farmers in East Anglia who have
Just I spoke to another farmer. It was raw. He produced raw milk, and he was saying that it was subsidised.
Alrighty then.
There are 116,000 farms in Britain, and they are all currently eligible for EU subsidies. They receive more than £2.5 billion a year, and those grants can amount to 60% of some farmers' income.
You have no problem whatsoever on a moral standpoint on breeding a being into this world just to have them suffer and be killed for no reason.
I don't agree that they suffer.
You don't agree that they suffer?
Correct.
So killing isn't suffering?
Well, of course killing is suffering to an extent, but the life they have is perfectly, we do as much as we possibly can, because if we didn't do that, they wouldn't grow very well, they wouldn't produce eggs very well if we didn't look after them in a nice way so that they have food and water and the right temperature and all of these things, yes?
If we're talking about something like...
I mean, if you want to try and get people not to eat meat and therefore you wouldn't have to kill cows, that's great. But so far, a big proportion of people in this country want to eat meat, right? If you look at the queue outside McDonald's, so all we're doing is supplying that demand, you know. If the demand dissipates overnight, then we will farm something else.
In terms of being able to grow a chicken that weighs 3 kilograms in such a short amount of time, that puts the bird under a lot of strain.
Like I said, it doesn't.
That's not true.
So birds can they'll be able to walk.
They absolutely do walk around. Yeah, sure.
Right, yeah.
I mean, the EU maximum stocking density, I believe, is something like 27 kilograms a square metre at the moment. And if you want to have less densely stacked chicken, you can buy organic. But, again, I'll say to you that a minority of people buy organic in this country. I think the sales of organic chicken account for about 4.5%, slightly less. So you've got a lot of persuading to do that what we do with standard chicken and free-range chicken isn't wrong.
Have you ever met a vegan before?
Yeah, of course I have. I used to go out with one, actually.
Okay, how was that?
Fine.
Really?
I respect and they respect, yeah.
Did you talk much about animal welfare and your thoughts on it?
From time to time, but we agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, I'm really confident and I'm really proud of my industry.
Okay.
And you know, I suggest you guys get out there a bit more, experience what's happening on farm, and I also recommend that you actually understand what we do.
I'd love to come to your farm. I actually would.
I'll organise it. This is my business.
I'd love to come to your farm. Yeah.
My grandparents' farm, they used to do things like that.
I suggest you guys get out there a bit more, experience what's happening on farm. Also, actually understand what we do.
It must just be different farms then, I guess.
It's in
Please
Cumbria,
get
you
informed,
said.
because you telling everybody that we use hormones in this country is wrong. You know, and to me that's bad.
It's not just about the hormones though, it's about life.
You're telling the people the wrong things, incorrect
I don't
things.
think it's wrong.
That is unfair to my industry. Please, you know, write down exactly what we're doing, because you are telling porkies. That's my
You know, I didn't know what to expect, and I have never seen it in person, personally. I've only watched videos, and to me, seeing it in person really just does make it hit home. And you see these pigs, they come in trucks, and you look at them in the eye, and very negative effect on my adrenal glands. I will post a picture here of some of the symptoms between starvation and adrenal fatigue. Now, I'm not saying that that is the main cause of adrenal fatigue. I believe that there is no one cause for anything, but I believe it plays a role, and you should investigate it.
It's not invisible to their life anymore,
Yeah.
and if I can do that, then it means that they're now responsible for being aware that there's another way to live. And most people think you need meat to live.
Yeah, definitely.
They think.
I pieced it together and I thought, that's why that makes sense. And then I just needed to sleep a lot more, and I found when I was coming back from work I needed to sleep for like maybe 1 or 2 hours.